AF and true followers, JC Styles here with this night's Raw review, 3/7/2011. So we're just going to get right into it. Pretty good Raw, just like as last week's Raw was pretty good. Had a good funny moments, had some good matches. So we'll get right into it. We start off the show with Undertaker. Me and Brian were messaging back and forth through text messaging. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to watch the first hour of Raw. But he was basically going back and forth saying, when was the last time you ever seen Undertaker start off a show? When was the last time you remember seeing that? He cut a promo about saying how, the people before Triple H tried to take away his crown at WrestleMania and how they failed. Then he talks about what happened at the last two WrestleManias. And he goes on to show the video package of him beating Shawn 2 years in a row back to back. And to be honest, I mean, like I said, I watched the video packages, and it seems like after a while you see Shawn getting his ass kicked. You don't see Shawn bringing it to Taker. You just see him beating the shit out of Shawn. But then they go to talk about the match more, about Undertaker and Triple H. At WrestleMania, Undertaker goes to states that it will be a no-holds-barred match. So I have a feeling Taker, now I will say this, I will go on the record to say that Triple H will beat Undertaker's streak this year. Shawn Michaels said it last week, and Shawn Michaels said it again this week. He says that when Triple H has his game face on, and he's intact with that aggressive streak, he has no remorse. He has no mercy. So that'll be a pretty good match this coming WrestleMania. Then we go to we see Orton being jumped by the remaining members of the new Nexus, along with Punk. Basically, he gets viciously beaten down. They drag him to the ring. They go on and have a match, Orton versus Otunga. We see Orton pick up the victory, and not too long after, you see Punk come running out, and then that's when Orton hits Otunga with the punt. So now we see there's only two left. We see Batista and CM Sucks. So the only two members of the Nexus left. And I can't wait to see what happens at WrestleMania. Then we move into the Divas match. It was Eve Torres versus Nikki Bella. We see Eve Torres pick up the win, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around what's that finisher that she does, because it's it's new, it's innovative, it's something that you've never seen before. I'm trying to figure out what it is. We see Nikki and Bella try to do a switch up, and the ref catches it. We see Eve Torres pick up the win. Then we see Cole kind of interfere with the match a little bit, saying, he was like, when will this match be over? No one wants to see you. All this stuff. Michael Cole being Michael Cole. Then we move on, and Michael Cole reveals JBL as the referee as soon as he signs the contract. They have a promo about how JBL says that there's never been a debut at WrestleMania in the main event, which we all know Michael Cole ain't going to be in the main event. And if they let that be in the main event, that really goes to show you how bad WWE's booking is as of late. Just as JBL's about to sign the contract, we see Stone Cold come out, and he's trying to get to Michael Cole, winds up stunning JBL. Michael Cole runs out of the ring. Stone Cold does his original Stone Cold beer bath that he does. He drinks the beer, gets more all over himself than he does in his actual mouth. Then we see him kind of look down at the contract that was laying on the floor. He looks up at the WrestleMania banner and says, picks up the contract and picks up the microphone and says, if you want me to sign this WrestleMania contract, give me a hell yeah. And the whole entire crowd erupted. He signed the contract. He is now the WrestleMania guest referee for Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler. We see him go outside and dump beer on Michael Cole. Then we see him continue with the beer bash. Just when you think he's going to leave the ring, JBL gets up. He goes and gives JBL a beer, and he goes, and one of the beers actually hits JBL in the back of the head. Mike, he gets the beer, just starts to drink it, and then that's when boom, another stunner. Stone Cold returning was amazing. You see, uh, the Undertaker coming back and doing his promo was amazing. Then we move into Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, which was a filler. Daniel Bryan, I guess, might have threw Sheamus out of the ring, or Sheamus fell out of the ring, or he tweaked his ankle. Daniel Bryan won by a count out. Then Sheamus goes to say, well, I've been on a little bit of a losing streak as of late, and says I challenge you for the United States title next week on Raw. I don't know if they're doing Money in the Bank this year at WrestleMania, so if anyone knows that, let me know. Then we see CM Punk versus R-Truth, and this was basically another filler match. We see Punk win by submission using the Anaconda Vice. Then we go to a commercial break, come back. Vicky Guerrero comes out to the middle of the ring and basically says, please welcome former World Heavyweight Champion and my business consultant, Dolph Ziggler. He comes out, has a fantastic match against John Morrison, and any match that John Morrison does is fantastic. I mean, this guy can wrestle his ass off, and I don't know why this guy isn't being pushed for champion. Then we see Dolph Ziggler pick up the win using the zigzag. GM, they get in the ring celebrating. GM comes out and basically says, hey, Vicky, Dolph Ziggler was hired to come to Raw, but you weren't. But I'm going to give you a job if you can win your match next week against Trish Stratus. So we see Trish Stratus in ring action since she was the Raw GM, the Raw guest general manager. Then to close out the night, we see John Cena come out and cut yet another rap. Come on, dude. Seriously, this is fucking bullshit now. I do not want to see John Cena rap. Do not want to see John Cena do anything but get his ass kicked. And I thank The Miz for that. John Cena basically turns around. He says, he goes, you were decided to stay home and read stuff off a teleprompter. And, I think it's such disrespect, but it's making for a really good storyline right now. The WWE is doing really good with John Cena and The Rock and The Miz. We also see The Miz come out after the promo and basically attack Cena from behind, hitting him twice in the face with the WWE Championship, basically stating, hey, Rock, if you come to the WWE, if you come to Raw next week, this is exactly what's going to happen to you. I'm going to take all your catchphrases, your sunglasses, your grandfather, your father, and I'm going to roll them into a ball and shove them up your candy ass. And it was just really epic. I'm hoping and I'm praying WWE makes this a triple threat match. Even if they're gonna let John Cena win, it would still make for a fantastic main event. The Miz versus the returning Rock versus John Cena. That would be amazing. I would definitely pay the $50 to see that. So, guys, I gave you pretty much the rundown of Raw within 8-9 minutes. So I just want to give a quick shout out to my boy Gavin Stevenson. One of my buddies who I talked to on Xbox Live, also Pedro and some other guys, Adam, Jared, Victor, all my buddies that I talked to on Xbox Live. Hopefully they'll check this out and they'll see me giving them a shout out. Unfortunately, Brian wasn't able to do the review tonight. I actually think he's actually still out at the moment, and it's 11:30, so he pretty much missed all of Raw. I'm pretty sure once he's able to check it out on YouTube, I'm sure he will do a review of it tomorrow. Guys, this has been JC Styles, and we'll see you either tomorrow night or Wednesday for Q&A.